circle dimension to be on the inside.
Okay. Juan saying, should I take this and pull it over here? Is that correct?
Yeah.
Oh,
I totally agree with that.
so all your dimensions are on the inner?
So we don't have a maybe losing sight of something sitting out here on the border.
That's very smart. Yeah, good job.
Let me ask you another question. Are these two the same as that one?
Oh, maybe.
The same.
No.
Has the same diameter as the center circle?
Could be, so you could do it 3 times.
I would be real careful here.
Yeah, no.
I think I would dimension it just how Gabe put here, Declan put here, and then Juan moved it to the middle. Just because I would be real careful with this saying 3 by, because now I've got to go to another view.
Yeah.
Does not sound like you
So
gotta-
in my mind, I would rather leave the 2 by here, do this one separately, or if I did decide I wanted to go to another view, I'd probably use typical as opposed to a 3 by. But I think we got room for that. So we moved this guy. Are we going to move that one? It's the exact same principle, isn't it?
Yeah.
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 Where would you put it?
I'd put it like
To the left,
over here.
lower left.
Yeah.
Try not to pull down through corners, away from there. We've got room right here. Okay. So again, associate. Get them in between so they don't lose sight of that one dimension hanging out there around the border if possible. Yes, Becca?
So I did my overall height on this side, on the left side, and my overall depth on this side. Would that be ideal? Just because in the inner right side on the front view, it gets a little confusing with all those in there.
Maybe. That's actually, in my mind,
Grouping?
we just need it in between for associative. Remember, we're doing associative here.
Yeah.
We're taking it step by step by step. And I think what, Becca, correct me if I'm wrong, you're saying take this dimension, put it over here.
That's what I did.
No, on the outside.
Oh, take it and put it out here?
Yeah.
No, I like
Oh.
over there.
In my mind, no.
No, you're outside the box.
We want them in between. Because if I put it out here, I can only use it with this view. If I put it in the middle, that's the same as almost putting it right here.
Yeah.
So I can use it for both views. Just
It
keep
gets
in mind, you know,
confusing.
you've drawn this, and your dimension line doesn't slope, like the extension line doesn't slope. So it's real easy to make that connection when they're in between the views. Okay. All right, so we've got in between, everything's good. Last thing, grouping. Where do we group?
Personal preference.
Yeah, well, sometimes it is, but the thing I would look at is, okay, negative cylinders, do I got all the dimensional information right here? If you have 2 choices, keep them together. If you had, you know, these locations and the size, you saw it maybe in another circular view up here, move the one down to with this, because group these light ones. Okay. Then I'm going to take my positive cylinder, I'm going to group it. Here I have this, I got that, the only thing I got to move for is those, they're already grouped. These 2 here and here, these 3. Could I do this one and this one here because I've got 2 and 2? Yeah, you could do it both ways, but you just want to try and maximize like features. This one, in my mind, once we've done the first 2, I don't know that we need to group anymore. Do you folks?
So you don't take it that, like if you just look at that itself, I mean, you have to look all over the place to get that dimension, or to locate.
Yeah.
You don't want to put them all, group them closer so you don't have to go up there, over here, you know, to get everything. If you put it all right there, the depth and the height and everything, you just, over there, you don't have to go all over the place.
The only thing I would say on grouping that might look a little better on this is we've got group, right? All of these are related. Is this one related to these 3? Not really. Is it more related to this one?
Yes.
That's the only change I would probably think about doing, okay, due to grouping, would be to maybe come up here and add that there and remove that. But it's 6 of one, half dozen of another again. Folks, I think if you follow this process, you're gonna come to a pretty successful solution. Are there different ways to do this and be correct?
Yeah.
You bet. You bet. And I think you found that out as we were talking through that. I think some of us were coming from the base up. We thought that was important. Some of us were coming from one edge versus the other. Yeah, but they're all right. If you want some backup on this and how this is done, the author runs you through this process, and he gives you the page, and watch, I won't find it.
836.
836? Yes, okay. So page 836, the author talks about the exact same stuff right here. And you can see that the author did not do it the way we ended up doing it. The author is not any more correct than we are. All right, thanks for participating. Thanks for the involvement. I hope that, hearing how things go might help you out. Remember, take the features individually, locate size. When you talk about size, height, width, depth. When you talk about locate, height, width, depth. Once you do that, then you go through and you fine tune. Where you go geometric first, that's the most important. You go associative second. If you got to break any of these rules, break them down there. So contour dimensioning is more important than associative dimensioning. Associative dimensioning is more important than grouping. Okay? Just follow those processes. As you became aware, you will have calls to make as you go through the process. Okay. All right, that's all I've got for today. Tomorrow we're moving into the last third of the chapter, which is the tolerancing portion. So we're going to get away from these individual shapes and talk about error, really, on how we deal with these items.
Okay.
All right, thanks for your time today. That's all I've got. If you get through with drawing 5 and you need the next drawing, please come see me. If not, wait till tomorrow and I will hand them out to the class as a whole. Okay, thanks for your time.